Hey guys, Sai here from Game Gaming, and I'm just gonna do a little review, go over my thoughts on the multiplayer of the Star Citizen Arena Commander. Let's just jump on right into it, I guess. Just keep in mind that these are my opinions. Even though I am going to go over the cons first, this doesn't mean that I dislike the game, it's just a bit of constructive criticism. So, first, in matchmaking, it did put me into an empty match of just myself a couple times, so that's not good. I don't want to actually play by myself when I'm trying to play multiplayer. I know, surprising. But there were also a couple times when it failed to put me into a match, and it put me back into the hangar entrance instead of just popping up an error or fixing itself, which would be even better. Also, when the match was over, it seems everybody gets sent back to their hangar, which is a bit annoying if you want to keep playing. So my suggestion is that they let people keep playing in the same match if they want to. Let players matchmake themselves. If people do want to leave the match, they of course can do that in between the matches, and then they can just add in new people from other matches who want to continue playing the same map in game mode, or people who are joining the same map in game mode. Also, it would be nice to have some sort of quick join if you don't care what map or game mode you want to play. There also doesn't seem to be any private battles, which personally isn't an issue right now, since I don't actually have anyone to play with. Yeah, so I don't care. But I know other people may, so I'm sure they're going to add that in eventually. Alright, so then in actual gameplay things, there were actually just some small things that I wanted to point out real quick. Many of these small ones were actually rather amusing, such as like walking sideways. It's like your character is leaning over. I'm not really sure why, but your character will sometimes lean to the side. There is also where my hands are not positioned correctly on the joysticks, so they clip through. Not that big of a deal again, but a little bit funny there. And then also, if you look straight down while wearing the helmet, it actually makes you stand inside the helmet. So that's awesome! Yeah, but no, you do have to admit, it does look quite nice inside. I still wouldn't want to stand there, though. Now, when I'm actually flying the ship, well, I use a controller. I'm not sure if it's the same on the keyboard. I tried using the keyboard, didn't work. On the controller, when I want to switch the camera, it takes a really long time, because they have, multiple different camera angles on the third person on the outside of your ship, and I have to toggle through all of them every time I want to switch camera angle. So I don't know if there's a quicker way. Maybe you could use the left trigger and move the right stick around. I'm not sure if that already does anything. I don't remember. But if you move the right stick and point it in different directions, it will switch to different cameras, and then you can switch between them quickly. I also noticed on the controller, when I tap fire my weapon or hold it down for just 1 or 2 shots, it will continue shooting like 5 times or 6 times or something after I've already let it go. Okay, but there's this delay between when I let go and when it stops firing. This doesn't happen on mouse, I noticed, but it does happen on the controller. Also, when I died, I would oftentimes be fairly confused as to why I died. There's actually no kill feed once you're dead. It will disappear with the rest of your HUD. So I don't actually know if someone killed me or if I crashed while staring at something shiny on my HUD. I don't know, but sometimes I can't quite tell what killed me, and even if I do know someone shot me, I usually would like to know who it was. And so just not being able to tell exactly what killed me was a little bit disappointing. Along with having no kill feed when you're dead, there's also no chat at all, like voice chat or text chat or anything. I couldn't find anywhere that you could actually just chat with the other people in the match with you. So I don't really see how you can have no chat, especially when there's team-based game mode. There's pretty much like a team deathmatch on there. You can't really use any tactics or strategy. That really seems like something that needs to be added in there. And for audio, I noticed that there is no noise for incoming missiles. I guess I could be wrong and I'm not hearing it, but I didn't hear any sort of beeping or audio cue that there was a missile incoming. And I also didn't hear anything for taking damage. I heard some audio cues about shields are at 50% and things like this, but it kind of takes away from the immersion and makes it like harder to tell when you're actually getting hit. If you're getting hit by a laser, I think it should make some sort of noise, maybe like a draining energy noise or an explosion. And I'm pretty sure like if your ship was literally being torn apart by lasers, you would hear some explosions and probably get some shaking of your ship, which as far as I can tell right now doesn't happen. It would improve immersion and gameplay in general if that were implemented. The voice notifications, they were pretty good overall, but there were just a couple things about it that were a little bit strange. Like sometimes they would have too many things to say. Like oftentimes the thing that they were saying was less important than the thing that they needed to say, but they held off on saying the thing they needed to say for multiple seconds so that they could say some other things. So I don't know if they need to remove some of the things they say or give different ones priorities or let them interrupt themselves or what, but I do feel like that could be helped a little bit. It actually lied to me. At the end of the round, it told me the friendly team won and I lost. So I guess the rest of my team won and I lost. Every time I respawn, it tells me I'm near the boundary. I don't know if that's true. I looked around for the boundary. I didn't see it when I respawned. But even if it is, it points you towards the middle of the map, I'm pretty sure. And I'm not even moving yet. And so there's really no reason for it to tell me I'm near the boundary and I've just respawned. And now, finally, onto the stuff I actually want to talk about. The good things, right? The good things about the game. So some improvements that I noticed on the Aurora HUD was that the side panels have actually been pushed back. So it looks like zoomed out. The panels are zoomed out a bit as compared to before, and just that little change helped a lot. That's great. Before, I actually had to look down in game to be able to see the entire panel, which was a problem. And now I can see them fine. So that's entirely fixed as far as I can tell. But the tops of those same side panels are still empty. I don't know why the panels on the ship are so large. If they're only going to use the bottom half of them, they should either use the top half for something or just get rid of the top half so that there's less clutter in there. Some other things, just real quick, was it became very clear, very fast, that I am a terrible pilot, or as compared to how well I could be flying. So I don't actually think I'm the worst pilot ever, but I could improve a lot. I think that's actually really great, because that means even someone who isn't the worst pilot can improve a lot. So that's great. Just like the matchmaking when it works. And it does work most of the time. More times than not, I did get into a match. When it did put me into a good match, then it usually only took a second or two. So that was all great. Another thing that they seemed to have fixed from before was the sense of speed. The sense of speed before, it felt really slow. Like sometimes I didn't feel like I was even moving. I know there was a little bit of space dust and stuff, but for some reason now, I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe they added more space dust, or just for adding more leaning when you accelerate. Has something to do with the new sound, I believe. I believe it's new when you use your booster. But I feel like I'm going a lot faster, so I don't really have any issue with the sense of speed anymore. Another big area I should address is the netcode. The netcode, just all the coding that goes into the network connections. Seems good. Some people were reporting they were rubber banding and stuff, and they did some things to improve it, but I don't know if what the deal was, or if they had just already fixed it. But I didn't have any rubber banding. All the flying I did was smooth. It felt just like I was playing on the single player, and the hit registration seemed great. Although they were pretty far away most of the time. We are talking space battles here, so couldn't always exactly see if I was aiming right on or not. It seemed okay, like up close and stuff, and when I was hitting them, so it didn't seem like too big of an issue there. and the battles felt very fair. Like, I wasn't getting upset after losing. I didn't ever feel like I should have won, and I didn't. I didn't feel cheated or anything. So somehow I still had fun losing. So that's great. And I also just thought it was really cool how it's a pre-alpha, and with all the things it has multiple game modes, multiple maps, multiple ships. It's already has more content than a lot of betas have, and so I just thought that was pretty awesome. And it's still gonna be getting better. There's more ships, more maps, more game modes coming, and that's not even to mention the whole other side of the game. There's the single player campaign, the FPS gameplay, the MMO-ish gameplay. So many things that you're going to be able to do in this game once the final release is out. And they're going to be releasing more after that. And to wrap it all up, I just wanted to say some obvious things, like it obviously looked amazing. You can see it here with it has high poly models, amazing lighting, lots of fine little details. It's very immersive with its animations, and most of all, it was very fun. I had a blast playing it, literally and I guess figuratively, and I can't wait to see what the future of Star Citizen holds. I'm very optimistic for it. I guess that's all for today, and I'm going to get back to playing this game some more. So please rate, comment, and subscribe, and leave your thought on the game and my video in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time.